basically blaming God for all of the crap that's happened and him being absent. And then I read it and I was like, okay, that's probably the way that the writers intended it to be, and I think that would have been fine. But then I thought, well, if he is truly, if angry at God for being absent, then that would make him an absentee father. And this would be more like a son talking to a father and wanting to know why he left him. And that made it, I think, more emotional and personal to Dean, which is why I think that great line at the end, where Chuck says, "Don't confuse me," to John Winchester. I think it was so powerful, and I think that's where Dean was coming from, was asking, his basically a father figure why he abandoned his children, and so I think that's where Dean was coming from. And I mean, I'm sure Sam could have probably had those thoughts too, but him, I think, being Sam, he was just so excited. And he had just had cereal. So it was like a sugar rush. And wasn't it Lucky Charms?
I've had an inner dialogue going on. Maybe it's the timing, the being on flights and stuff. But as soon as the question, I thought of a fish and like a leather jacket and bow legs, running from bears, and it would be called salmondean. As soon as she said salmondean, I was like,
might help explain why Sam was acting a certain way.
salmondean. I'll answer the question, sorry. I think Sam.
Why was
salmon? Because it's a salmon.
I know, but why are the fish wearing leather jackets?
Because that's what Dean does. So it's salmon Dean. Dean's a salmon. That's why the fish have bow legs. And when swimming, there's a bear following.
Where did the bear come from?
They eat salmon. But salmon Dean is a fast fish. He's white. Gets in a car, drives away with fish flippers. I think Sam.
So sorry.
Sam has a lot of hope. I think Sam is filled with hope and optimism, and it even goes back to the beginning of the show and the pilot, where he a big part of him wants to believe that the best is going to happen, even though he's constantly confronted with the worst. I mean, even in the pilot, he's going to school. He knows how he grew up. He knows what's out there, but he's like, you know what? No, things can be better. And he kind of has always had this optimism, which is why when you see him break, like in Sacrifice, for me it's heartbreaking, right? Because you're like, Sam is like the one who's usually like, Dean, we can fix this and get better. Dean's seemingly more of a realist. And so I think when they meet the creator, those original kind of mindsets manifest, I suppose, into the way they behave. And Sam and Dean is running away from the bear.
Get that image out of my head.
You won't. What do you mean?
Hey,
Sam and Dean.
Listen. I gotta swim upstream here and get something. So apparently.